Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Wally Weasel. And here we are with some more Rogue Trader. Hey, and today we're... Well, I don't know what we're going to do. I do know I want to check in with the crew of the Monkey Clapper, see if any of them have anything new to say following our adventures last week. So... yeah, and then from there, I was thinking we could go to the prison place. I assume that might be a bit shorter than the other one. So we shall see. Here we are, right in the bedroom. Let me just open this back up. That was, yep, that was sent. Okay, here we go. Okay, first things first, we have to make our way back up. Just this way. Already knowing my way around, for the most part. Nah. Okay, I wonder if everybody is still where they were before. That's the case. Yep. Tara, do you have anything new? Very strong reaction. So yeah, there we go. You have something new. Here sees you, her lips curve into a smile, and she nods at something. Aww. Oh. Over my shoulder. Which is the carving of skulls. Okay. Okay. We're learning something new. Yeah, you seem to have a strong reaction to what I did to with the broken lens.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch.
You scratch your brain.
After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So I mean, maybe we should warn Argenta. You think I should keep an eye on her? What does it all mean?
If I knew, I would have told you. Hearing things clearly requires cooperation from the other person, you know. But that cobra just hisses and spits its venom at me. I don't trust her one bit.
Okay, well, let's go warn Argenta.
Oh yeah, you go ahead and tell her the wicked Psyker has divined something about her. She'll be so pleased and grateful, and of course she'll listen to what you have to say. No, that would be pointless. And anyway, I'm not even sure what it all means. Maybe the danger is to her? Or maybe the danger's coming from her.
Come on, play nice. Ooh, test succeeded. Dara's voice is full of animosity, but you also detect concern, even a hint of pity and compassion. Ah. Ah, shoot, we can't ask the other thing. Okay.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Okay. Let's go to all whole wheat bread.
Lord Captain.
This was the wrong trader. Let me talk more about this. Let's lead to anything.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain.
No, that's it. Oops.
In the
Oops. Oops. Oops.
If
Sorry.
we are to speak of, as you wish, Lord Captain.
Okay, you got nothing. Argenta. We were down here before. And you're down here again.
Greetings.
Oh, nothing. Okay, good conversation. Good talk. Good talk. We need more companions. Like, a lot more. Just saying. Okay, Okay, we're at... Okay, that's where we are right now. Explored. Okay. Go to the unidentified void ship. Master Helmsman Ravor. Fox cackles to life. Master Helmsman Ravor addresses you. What we have here, Lord Captain, is not very noticeable. But there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. Sure is quiet, like it's huddled up there on purpose. It's not like I am surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We are registering critical damage to the hull and whatever, of 7 compartments. Oh, there is an incoming transmission now too. Hear us? The box manages voices and abruptly cuts to static. Do not require assistance. We do not require assistance. That means they do require it. Copy. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? For text. Happen. I am told that our Augusts cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Philia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put a fine point on it, has not yet been offered to them. Let's keep up here. The connection is established. Unknown vessel. We're receiving your receiving you. Identify yourself. I repeat, identify yourself. Although with the box only hisses and snaps for several voices, one starts shouting over one another. Don't tell them we are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are. The voices falters uncertainly, and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel. You copy? We are a private merchant vessel. Okay, there's something going on. Are they in the midst of a mutiny? Merchant vessel. Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. How did I hear that name before? Thunderfang. Vessel Thunderfang. What can identify you? Enemy weapons target. Damage reported in the unknown vessel. We don't need to open fire on it yet. Some people who do want help. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Something came of a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. So I'm assuming that they were attacked. The bridge crew is killed. And it's just a bunch of low-level people who just don't know what to do. They probably think that we're the ones that attacked them, maybe, and that we just came back to finish them off. Badly damaged. What happened to you? Fox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears at some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, fiercely demanding that the others shut up. He managed to make out little noise from all that noise. We're just flying, mind our own business. Straight out of the blue and opened fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected. And then more fire. Who? The void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We never got to them. Identify you. I got a horse and furious whispers over. Like, why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. It dies a clear, youthful voice cuts through the static. The vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, peaceful merchant vessel Thunderfang does not require aid. Stop playing games and explain again. Your business is here, and this time I highly recommend truth. If we do this, then that would mean that they're just... Yeah, screw it. Stop playing around with them. This is your leadership. Please restrain your anger. The void ship has a spacious... Well, perhaps they would be willing to establish trade relations. No, I'm just saying it. So that way they'd be all like, oh my god, they were about to open fire. We better tell them the truth. Not, I actually want to open fire. Anyway, make contact, believe the other. Bless your wisdom. Whatever. Alright, fine, we'll continue playing with him. Now, what have you done, idiot? It's too late now. The Vox channel. Some voices continue. Wait, what did I say again? Stop playing games. Explain what business do you hear. This time, okay, yeah. Whispers and static drowned out by a clear and straightforward, or slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are from the Fellow of the Void. We did not come here to loot on a different business. To help our own out of jail. Do not hurt. At least. Already had our Cronus cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of plunder. I mean, goods. Plunder? In case you are unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Cronus Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics, solely because they sometimes have vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. But to me, I would make them indissoluble from the microcannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. Okay, so the pirates aboard the ship, they attacked it, and I guess maybe their friends left? The voice of the high factum interrupts the translator with a polite cough. Yeah. Tis the problem with reading with such a stuffy nose. Gets difficult after a while. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of the livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in a situation where performing a warp jump is impossible. Commercial exchange. Oh, we're actually trading with them. Reputation 0. So probably not going to be a good idea to just buy this stuff from them. So buy or sell. Ooh, I got a bunch of stuff to sell. Wait, why aren't I getting money? Probably because they don't have money. So is this something for sale? Hmm. Don't know. Don't get how the selling and buying stuff works here. Oh well. My captain, sorry to disturb you. Listening so it's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Morseran's voice. In any case, I want to warn you in advance. Oh, what does this loser want? Okay. Not even... Okay. Oh, there we go. Many sounds on the bridge are disrupted by the voices raised in anger. Voices loud as well. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. Haha, you don't even have a picture. Let me stand before a punch with the might not to quail. Under the onslaught of her superior anger, she falters, but she manages to look him in the eye and say, "I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain." Lieutenant, you may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb her. Authorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a higher ranking officer will be logged in your personal file without delay. Captain Lieutenant Vrilla Vent requesting permission to speak. A matter of extreme importance and urgency. I have to say, you may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a... The bridge is unacceptable. Yeah. Sorry, Lord Captain. I thought the drastic times called for drastic measures. You don't have to go that far, though. You don't gotta yell. I'm right here. I cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault will be dispatched to the lower decks in order to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. Is it a workers' strike? Because this step is unwarranted, but the crisis on itself will the actions of the senior officers. Trembling with tension, she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. Alright. Oops. Continue. One sec. Just kind of doing stuff off camera. Alright. Standing not far from him, but maintains a stony expression. I guess we need to know what that. Sorry. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Westward and to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny and massacre on our hands. Restless. The last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she is finished, she casts an anxious glance towards you. What's he doing? Insurrection. I'm making aboard my ship and no one has informed me. I don't know. Let's start. Where is the shores come all this? Yeah. I shall explain. Oh. Okay. Thank you to hurry. Time is running out. Oh, that's not hurrying, Albred. I should just, not believe you just on the basis of that. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. So speak for as long as I see fit. There's an established order of the way things are done in the ship, and one of the pillars of that system is the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Essentials' role to ensure that I have always handled internal problems myself. So, of course, when I received information about the cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodore will find refuge on our ship. Ah! You were too far heavy-handed. Essential arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It has driven people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, and Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. I reported my concerns. The only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit to crush the strike with maximum force. Before me, how did it all start? Okay, we all know. He just said how it all started. What do you have to say to all this? Certain hours and ships and forces report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Yeah, you talk. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. Bows her head. Oh, her head. Oh, you got a portrait. You got a little thing on your head. Just wanted to point it out. However, a moment later, a serpentine smile appears on her lips. That being said, while I entirely share Master Western's opinion on what Fate Depot 4 deserves, I must note that this insubordination is a direct consequence of practices that he himself has introduced. Just now we're back. So you have decided to follow Lieutenant's example after all. It's not critic. Did you say this singled out? Have singled you out from your peers in any way? I swear that someone has never granted me any privilege, never once advocated for me, nor facilitated my promotions, although he is the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He has offered me extensive guidance in my service, for which I am grateful to him. While not all my fellows receive such attention, I know of at least a dozen fine officers whom Seneschal keeps in his sights to ensure that they all continue to strive. Prepare new generations of the dynasty's servants to instruct them, and to separate those who with potential from those who have exhausted it. That is my duty as Seneschal. The ship has bays worth of pilots, enforcers, and officers, technicians, and stewards, whom I have raised personally. By the throne, every third person standing on this bridge right now was my student at one point. Okay, explain yourself. Ship's regulations state that the Master-at-Arms is responsible for resolving all matters related to the ship's enforcers, and yet it is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. Those enforcers and officers whom he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. I cannot deny the Master Horsenarians' experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of the immediate superior challenge or encourages disregard for hierarchy among the related ship servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report in order to the Master-at-Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow they will go to the Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's orders. I notice a pattern of these actions. Albright, you can recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior, or one where I would overrule that order, or show favoritism to those who merited none? None, Seneschal, for there have been no cases in the entire time I have served aboard this ship. If anyone were to claim otherwise, I would have them pay for insulting your honor with blood. Your conduct in this regard have always been spotless. Nevertheless, eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the propriety of junior officers, inflate their sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. And your distinction, that you distinguish some of them and know them by name, is tantamount to walking around the officer's deck handing out gifts to officers who have caught your eye. It fills those you set apart with ambition and audacity, makes them stand out among the rest. Forces are meant to be faceless servants, fighters ready to die, their fate entrusted to their commander and no one else. That is the sole foundation of this part. There's the little squabble. I prefer to be left out of it. Yeah, screw that. This isn't my job as Supreme Commander. Waste your time on such trivial matters for leadership. Ship knows informed me. How does all this start? Yeah. We would see. Oh, that's not. Here, when it gets that, like, you know, one little bit, it just doesn't want to go out. It just kind of comes in and out and in and out. Just Over and over and over again. Alright, we're just gonna Yep, okay. Sorry. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's intention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers rule across the ship. Entire ship. It took a month to restore order, and even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. And scoffs, needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, it's insufficient forces to deal with it. On this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, she will quell the unrest. Okay, so this is going to be one of those missions where I got to go down and chat people up or something. I'm assuming. Which I think the problem is that will disturb the rogue trader next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you the means to resolve the problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your ladyship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. True, because you're just basically making it look like there's more force, and that, therefore, they just need to fight back as a response, which may not be the best answer there, Albred. You know, just saying. Just saying. It may actually be a bit of an issue. I mean, you know, protests around the world will show that once you start using force, more people just join the protest. And, you know, you risk the risk of violence. But let's just go through all. Let's start. The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist hanging on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain, immediately arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between the forces and brokers to a head. So no need to add anything. I acted within my remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way you will stop the uprising before it begins. It will verify this. Yeah, I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong, so. Where's the Emperor? Thank you, Lord Captain. Enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Yeah, whatever. Then I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to you essential involvement. Consider it my duty to go to Depot 4 myself and see an expedient resolution to the incident. Oh, right, we gotta find Pasqal. Where's he at? I completely forgot about the little guy. Shoot. How in the hell do I do that? I believe I will push triangle. I'm sorry, Pasqal. I completely forgot to talk to you.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Who the hell are you? Or you, for that matter. Oh, okay, that's essential. That scum. Yeah, you kind of deserve that. Especially for not even voicing your dialogue here. Reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow and you wanna just step off to like the side? That shows armor of self-assurance. Lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. You hear they were shouting your name. The people dare to... No, screw that. Get to the bottom of this. Something resembling a nest made out of thermal insulation materials. This could be where workers sleep between shifts. Oh, yeah, it kind of looks like a bed.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
The simple folk. Who dis? Oh, okay. Ah, Jesus, coming back again. Yeah. Sounds of heated discussion reverberate through the ship's base. Lieutenant Everil event the ship's enforcers is barring the path to a superior master at arms, Stochastis Saddleback, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by the expression and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and now reached a boiling point. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is weary thin. I have given you an order. Now get out of my way. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. Vent looks shaken, but there is fire in her eyes. This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no actions can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. All my lessons fall on deaf ears. Have your approval? He does not clarify whether he means Vent, Saddleback, or looming over her, or both. Noticing you, the 2 officers snap to attention and salute their subordinates, following suit a moment later. The situation, we encountered some locals on our way here. They cannot find enough. If our strikers will give the assault man permission to open fire, we can... No. What's the situation? This ship, my people have walked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. Or, the strikers are including their leaders. Okay, alright. We have the situation under control as far as the resources allow. Patrol Lieutenant, I came here to lead the investigation unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There's nothing to investigate. It simply calls for immediate repression and firing squads. And you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself. You! Shut up! Yeah, I just want to speak to him. Mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Shut up, Albred! There you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Hope gleams in Lieutenant Vent's eyes. Oh, they're all going anyway.
Ah, one step at a time, amidst the madness.
Sector, looks like I'll die here too. Damn straight! Okay, what's this way? Just... Grace. Greetings! Some of these people are really nice.
How intriguing!
Oh, okay. You and that other guy would be the best friends. Can we steal from my own ship? Ooh. They're bowing. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Nah, I shouldn't steal from my own ship. Okay, I'm starting to get dizzy with all this twisting and turning the camera, so we'll just leave it as is for now. Okay, excuse me, guys. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hi. How are you? Are you all fine? Good. Her eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are a typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. I won't stand for it anymore. Okay, well, we'll be bowed to. That's nice. As she passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They are clumsy. Oh, they bow clumsily before you. Captain, you have come down to us. I have, as I am your god, or something. Yeah. What's troubling you? Why are you striking? What's troubling you? Come on. Striking? It's news to us. The leadership says a thin man in workers' garb. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Ah, that's how it all starts. Shut up, Rivet, says the old woman who turns her hostile eyes, dark eyes on you. Here's the deal, your leadership. The Gandran forces are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to whole base for a week at a time. So we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation of their lungs, all because of those enforcers. He spits on the floor and rubs at the spittle of the toe of her worn-out shoe. You're the cultist! Tim does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes, and the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. Superstitious? It's all true. Vance is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up in mid-ships and has no fellow feeling toward us. The man with a scarred face throws up his arms. Your leadership, we're no villains. But we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder, went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. Or pay. We'll just throw that in there too. Decided, nothing to say. He was found. Well, that doesn't mean anything. Like, the amulet could have just been placed on someone, or someone could have just found it. Doesn't make them a cultist. And we were attacking right here. What changes do you want? Yeah, what changes do you want? I mean, I guess we could. I think we could try this to kind of see, but again, just because it's found doesn't mean that, you know, it's there. Like the one person standing in front of me, or the lieutenant, has like a circle around them. Doesn't mean that he stole the circle, right? Right. Cultist amulet. What's that? The Guga they found on the dead drunkard. There was something evil or forbidden. We sure didn't know. Of course, it just said they were looking for heretics among us. And anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people, and there have been no new faces around. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. As for the amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off the dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. Boots that came back with. Nobody's ever tread those decks in the boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. These boots really were fine. And there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. The amulets around here, we all worship Emperor, and when we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers, and the servo monitor, or the servo motor. Same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by the tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your leadership, we are people of faith. Did you get anything from Pasqal? Yeah, okay, I was going to say. I confirmed the information regarding this proper trending of machine spirits in the sector. servitors indicates that the commoners are performing the sacraments they are permitted to know. A familiar object could be one of them? I'm told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I had made my third little one. It's regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of holy fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of the amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father, who was not there, or the scavenger who brought evil down upon himself and our neighbors? No, he's already sitting up. No, we weren't attacked, he was. I don't really care about that. Changes you want. Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain herself is asking the skill judge what we want. Will you stop doing that? You're pretty much making it so that I just want to shoot you and just name like the next person, the old hag or whatever. You over there, young child, you're the old lady now. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damn enforcers, to quit turning off the heat and to stop battering everyone that moves. Well, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. And we want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves and these help to show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. David in the club wielding flex. Trying to improve things around here. Yeah, we're not doing that. I mean, if we arm you and we say, yeah, just go at it, then that's kind of stupid. Yeah. Okay, you've gone too far, old man. You'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. Probably even insists on enforcers in the upper decks, too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting at the neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. If in return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them one lower decker to another. Any more of those damn amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. Yeah, this guy's got it right. Speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now. But as soon as the anointed one turns her back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. Only because we dared to speak out. Worker's eyes dart between two arguing leaders. Every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval. Yeah, I got coercion, so I could. Spreading anarchy in the ship is the first step toward embarrassment, embracing chaos, putting weapons in the untrained hands. Being worse, what's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Don't arm the common rabble. They don't need weapons. We'll just create like rabble cannons and just load these people into them before we give them weapons. The forces to withdraw from the sector. No, you need to be given weapons. No. That's not everyone who's involved will be. No. A little coercion, 100%. Coercion test succeeded. Tall worker, they call Rivet shrugs and casts a sidelong look at the old woman. Old man, listen. Listen, the Lord Captain herself has come down to us and is offering concessions. I got hair on my tongue. It's not one problem, it's another. And I don't know a single person in the whole Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue trader. I won't talk to them. Back down. Now's not the good time to be stubborn, old crone. Listen, this old man, the three clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. This sense of satisfaction. You two are ganging up on me. Is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will, indeed. I won't go against the two leaders of my own. Or on my own. You want to make peace? The enforcers make your peace. Ooh. Okay, and now I'm sneezing. Excellent, excellent. This is great. This is fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. Yay! There's decided the persecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any failed. Ladyship, thank you, and thank you. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Removed cargo, fuel, provisions. Oh, okay. Fortunately, the ship will root out any nasty business faster than the forces, and will leave no stone unturned. Good, good, good. Ooh, here we level up.
Would you look at that? There will be no peace in my wake.
Okay, so there's probably not going to be any combat this video, because there's just be a lot of talking. Like, a lot of talking. Because you still got to talk to Pasqal. Good old Pedro. Stopping unexpectedly, Albred imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance and addresses your other companion, saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. This better be about how much of a badass leader I am, and how you're like, oh, I was so wrong. You are right, and everything that I ever dreamed of being. Looks at you, and his last fetches a restraint advantage. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble. You believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, the rabble will welcome them with open arms and allow them to wreak havoc. Whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Dude! What the hell are you talking about? I came down here in force. And you see your future as the helm of the Proctorate? Why are you so angry? I solved the problem. There's some truth to your criticism. Let's talk about your role in this. That you allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed would. Yeah! Screw you. You want to blame me? I'll blame you right back, bitch. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene. Then why the hell did you let it come to me then? Remember Lord Captain Theodora, do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers, while she dedicated herself to the grand designs of the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader. Screw you, bitch! I need my face down here memorized and well known. Alright? I'm not going to be hiding behind some guy with a laser eye or whatever. You're not even going to be a permanent part of this party anyway. If I can only have so many people, you're the first one to go. You just swing a sword. You're not even that good of a fighter. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on the trifling matter, she would have found out. She wouldn't have wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard the ship now. Not repeat her mistake. We only do willing to trust in my sense. I'm not sure about him in such matters, and the situation has spiraled out of control. I should continue listening to your advice. I would be only too willing to trust in my essential and not fill my head with such matters. The situation has spiraled out of your control. Yeah, sure. You're right. At least my concerns with your officers making complaints directly to you. Continue and... I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. Just apologize. Speak slowly, the words coming easily to him. Not coming easily. Prosperity of the von Schweet's Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora deeds that sign the true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. Okay, this is just me and you. Why aren't you voicing? So I left behind everything I had known. Whatever. And it came from a long line of my officers, and I embarked upon the incredibly reckless venture. Theodore entrusted him to concerns he had no time for. She was off on the flagship periods. Frontiers, gotcha. Selling everything that had been off over years and years. Quick, okay, gotcha. Yep, okay. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed. Yeah, I know about that. I was here. Honestly, without fear of appearing weak. And this has come to a grievous blow to me. So basically, because you let the rogue trader die on your watch, you're like, oh, I can't believe it. It's possible to do that and insinuate. Insulate you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades constantly deemed excess requirements. Established procedures, and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future, the best protectorate with me, stop living in the past. Understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it. It's just as important to me. You are the only person who has knowledge of how things run on this ship. I think in the future I will follow your recommendations. No. Trust me, the situation is an aberration. The ship's otherwise smooth operations. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I see plenty of sentiment and Henry in recent days with very little. Yeah, this one. Just living in the past. Solemnly inclines his head. Yes, Lord Captain. For a moment's silence, he adds, looking at you with interest. Resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits begin to creep back in. Now, please let us to the lower decks of the rogue trader desires to stretch her legs in far more suitable places.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Yeah. Remember that. Will you just... Thank you. Okay, I think you go see where Pasqal is and just talk to him, and I think that actually might be it. Huh. Like I said, potentially no captain or no. Oh, we gotta level up as well. Can we level up? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Characters and history type heroics. Next turn, the target cannot move. His MP reduced by 3. It also cripples the enemy, reducing their weapon skill and ballistic skill by -3 until the end of combat. So I can only do these at a time. Also intimidates enemies for a 5-cell radius around the target, reducing their dodge and armor by 50%. That. Okay. Should know thy enemy. Daring breach. Okay. That had movement points at the end of his turn. Does not provoke attacks. Okay. For MP for each kill, and every enemy hit by their melee attacks also where against 20 for parry. Okay, that's just the one turn. Turning breach also grants plus 10 movement points until the end of their turn. The warrior does not provoke attacks. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, so you got the same kind of deal. Yeah, you kind of want to change up, not make everybody the same. Till the end of the soldier's turn, they're gained plus 4 MP. The soldier's rate of fire is increased by 30%. Rate of fire. Does he just get like one attack? Until the end of combat, all the soldiers' attacks are 20% harder to dodge. Until the end of combat, the soldiers' range attacks gain plus armor protection. The area attacks deal additional damage to equal the number of attack targets. Ooh, this one for now. And good old Pasqal, whom we still have to talk to. Okay, so the same thing. So the operative's next turn, the target cannot move until the end of combat. That could be good. Well, tech use, obviously. It's kind of your thing. Alright, where are you? There he is. Where am I? Oh shit, it's safe. Okay, so he's along one of these halls. There you are.
The Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Okay, I have some questions. The request is approved. I am ready to provide the necessary information.
What brought you to Wicked Minoris?
I came heeding the call of my mentor, the blessed Archmagus Amanat. We were supposed to meet on Owlcat Minoris and discuss my mission.
And okay, can I ask the mission? People who wanted to kill you at the port were renegades. It was just a cover.
Thank you. Information acknowledged. I will analyze it and take additional security measures. I came heeding the call of my mentor. I propose that it was the blessed Amonat who assumed this name. This name is assigned to me. His presence in the hands of heretics is categorically unacceptable. The canon of technological security commands that every effort be made to rescue a high-ranking bearer of knowledge.
Alright, Abiel.
Acknowledged.
Tell me about your past.
The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information.
And where are you from?
Information about my origins is worthless. I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came to the Coronis Expanse over 200 years ago. Any
Oh, okay. Champion Cronus.
I was honored to become a member of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. When the Adeptus Mechanicus summoned the faithful for an exploratory venture into the depths of the Coronis Expanse, I joined the fleet in fulfillment of my sacred vows of comprehension.
And why are you not with the fleet then?
Archmagus Amanat, my blessed mentor, commanded me to crew the orbital station Altar Templum Calixus X-17.
And?
This venerable temple station was founded in the early years of our expansion into the Coronis Expanse. It is currently a rear observation post of the Cognizance Fleet in orbit around the star Furibundus.
Okay, and who are the explorators?
The sacred fraternity of explorers. The cult Mechanica sends us out to the frontiers of the known sectors as researchers and conquerors. We are the warriors of the Code, who return to the lost worlds and devote themselves to recovering the lost ancient knowledge.
Go on.
Explorators are granted the privilege of being more independent than many of our tech comrades. However, it has earned us a reputation as unstable and poorly controlled troublemakers whose unorthodox views are dangerously close to apostasy.
Go on. There's
They
this.
are my younger brothers and guides on the way to the Omnissiah. Their machine spirits are directly bound to my neocortex and pick up impulses from my subconscious. Sometimes they act ahead of my thoughts. This is how the Omnissiah leads me to comprehension.
Oh, okay, I guess we can stop there.
Acknowledged.
Tell me about the Adeptus Mechanicus.
I am honored to belong to the priesthood of Mars, guided by its tenets. We safeguard technology against the impure and the unenlightened.
Mars, the planet?
That is where the cult of the Omnissiah originated, and where we were granted the first revelations. Many millennia ago, we made an alliance with the Emperor of Terra, and have served the Imperium ever since, paying a tribute to machinery, weapons, and void ships. Everything that bears the blessed seal of machinery comes from our hands, and it is we who make sure the operating rituals are performed as they were meant to. We are everywhere. We are the Mars-forged steel bars that give the Imperium strength.
Alright. What do you mean guarded? It's not for your treasures, so that's
It
secret.
is both a treasure and a secret.
Ooh.
Technology is how the divinity of the Omnissiah manifests itself in this world. This is why the uninitiated may only be allowed to touch the most vulgar and mundane of its instances. We, on the other hand, are authorized to use the sacred catechism of maintenance and operation.
Alright.
Although there is another reason to deny lay people the sacrament of knowledge, it can be dangerous. Twisted by renegades, the Omnissiah's wisdom is called heretic, and the exposure to it may corrupt the uninitiated. Another danger is knowledge, strangely interpreted and inscrutably twisted by the minds of Xenos. This bane is called Xenotech.
Xenos. Bleh. Sacred objects can only be touched. Banning things you can understand is the opposite of seeing knowledge. Knowledge is merely a tool that can be employed without a share their secrets because they are afraid someone will surprise them. And it's so very dangerous.
This statement is true.
Do you hold a high position in your fraternity?
This electu indicates that I am a Magos, who has mastered the sacraments of many spheres of knowledge, and has the right to conduct services in a forged cathedral.
Ooh, Forge Cathedral. What is the Omnissiah in your understanding?
He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel, because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now. Someday, he will come to this world in the absolute fullness of his splendor.
One day.
The Adeptus Mechanicus worship the Emperor. He is the earthly manifestation of the Omnissiah, who brought humanity into the light of divine grace.
Alright, who's behind the enthusiasm for replacing flesh with augmentations? Yeah, what's up with that?
Organic tissue is an imperfect replica of the machine, transient and vulnerable. Metal is more stable, more effective, and more durable. Flesh speak is flawed next to binaric language. Meat begets weakness, it softens the mind and undermines discipline. But you can replace metal when it wears down. In addition, a machine is a supreme form of knowledge, and by assuming mechanical form, we become closer to the Omnissiah.
Okay, I guess it's just a religious thing.
However, like all things sacred, our augmentations must not be defiled by the eyes of the ignorant. Which is why we reveal only the crudest of tools, while holier mechanisms remain concealed beneath our crimson robes.
I'm curious. To see, I just wanted to hear about it. It's interesting.
Not a superstition, a gracious truth.
Alright, jeez, fine, sorry. Change way of speaking, is that because the augmentation is your fate dictates that you should express yourself?
Partially true. I had a pulse modulator implanted alongside the respiratory purification module, but there is an additional reason. Gothic is not my first language. I am used to thinking and making statements in lingua technis. The binaric language is more informative, more ergonomic, and less prone to misinterpretation.
And I have no more questions.
Acknowledged. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
I hope so too. Man. It's starting to feel worse and worse. So on that note, I should probably just... Actually, here. Let me just at least get somewhere. You know, where I wanted to go. Gosh darn it. I will say that for next week. We're at where I want to be. Tis all I care about right now. Also, that somebody was actually voicing their lines. The rest of you can learn something about that. Fortunately, I can't just randomly sit down. Oh. I talked to you. Do you have... Okay. So even these guys have stuff to say. Well, we'll talk to them later one day. Not right now. I've done enough reading. And my nose is a bit not in the best condition. So like I said, it was just basically a nice chill stream. We did get through one mission, which is very nice. I'm just going to save. I'm the captain. Saving. Saved. Where's that? Yeah, idiot. Here we go. That's good. Yeah, just a quick stream, I guess. Because next week's stream will be a bit longer, so that'll be nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, pretty much. Apologies that it was just a lot of reading and then just the one quest and then catching up with people. But that was kind of my goal. I just wanted to catch up with individuals. Every now and then I like to do those kind of quests, you know, or not quests, but streams, where it's just like nice and casual chatting with everybody, you know? I like those ones because they're fun. Trying to turn myself green again. Somebody make me green. There we go. Green. Alright. Alright, anyways, yeah. So, let's see, that's really about it for streaming wise, at least. Still What's Up Wrestling. Still Thursday Showcase tomorrow. And yeah, next week is the good old charity stream on Friday. So, you know, look forward to that. Again, I'm not certain how long it'll be or what all I'll be doing, but I do know it'll be Elden Ring. So, you know, you can look forward to that. I do have a video out on Sunday. It is about creating my character and basically doing the tutorial. So, yeah. That's really about it until then. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Wish me a speedy recovery. If you want. You don't have to. But it'd be nice.